Hey everyone, Dollistic here, and today I am doing the, in my opinion, worst dolls of 2023. Now, to preface this, I didn't put these in any particular order. They are completely randomized so that I could just like go off the cuff as I'm talking about them. And these are just my personal opinions, so if yours are different, that's totally great and that's totally valid. We can both have our valid opinions. And that means there's more of these in the world for you because I won't be taking them. So if you have a differing opinion, feel free to let me know down below, just in like a respectful, fun way. Let me know why you like these. If you do, let me know. Because there's some of them I can definitely see positives to them. But for me, the negatives just outweigh the positives. So that's why they're the worst. Also, it would be really easy to populate this list with just like budget Barbie dolls. Like, I really could just populate this with like Color Reveal or Fashionistas or, any number of really terrible low budget dolls. But I didn't want to do that. I really wanted to stick to the brands that I collect personally and releases that I could have gotten because I collect these brands. All right, let's get into it. So, first up, and remember, this is completely randomized. These are not in any particular order because I didn't care enough to put them in one. So first up is the Haute Couture Midnight Runway Frankie Stein. Um, I do not like this doll. I don't know. I have a really hard time enjoying G1 Frankie, which if you watched the unboxing video I did for Stitched in Style Frankie, that's one of the very few G1 like dolls of Frankie in general that I really enjoy. I don't know, I just have a hard time connecting to G1 like just across the board, but Frankie, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, let's get into why I don't like this doll. I don't particularly like any single thing this doll is wearing. Like, the jacket is cool in idea. I don't know what it's doing on this doll though. And same with what I'm going to assume is a cat suit underneath the jacket and all the way down the legs. This like electric blue with the really chunky black printed stitches. I just it's ugly. I don't like it. And then the mask is way weird looking. Like, why is it squared off at the top? It's basically blocking most of their face, which I guess for a mask is, the point, but it could have been way more elegantly done. I'm just simply not a fan of this doll, period. I think it's cool that they have the like electric green elements to it, like the electric green lightning on the shoes. Actually, I think the shoes are the one thing that I really do enjoy. The shoes and of course like the necklace part. And then the bolt, like holding the ponytail, is also really cool. But yeah, I do not like this doll. And for what was it, $75? Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's absurd to me that they put out the Gulux Gulia this year for $50. I mean, plus the $10 Fang Club membership, so we'll say 60. Because let's be so for real, what else have they given you for that money? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So $60. We got Gulux Gulia for $60, and then every other collector doll is at the same or lower quality, and they're 75 plus. I don't think so. So yeah, this is just, I just don't like them. I do like that they have the green. At least it looks like they have green rooted hair. I think that's fun. I think that's very different for Frankie. But yeah. Okay, so what's next? Ah. This is also a critique of the whole line in general. The Fuzzy Surprise line from Na Na Na. I bought one Fuzzy Surprise doll. I bought the boy, obviously. I bought Peter Panda because he was super cute. This gimmick, in theory, should be amazing. In practice, it is awful. Like, truly, truly awful. It took so long to peel all of the paint off because what should happen is that all of this paint should just peel off perfectly. And, peeling is a big thing right now. And the gimmick came out at a perfect time. However, it is not executed well at all. The paint, whatever it is, whatever this like flocking is applied to, is put on the body in a way that makes it awful to get off. Like, it's all up in every single crevice of the doll. So you have to basically put like tweezers in the different joints in the crevices to get it out. It's stuck like unnecessarily hard in some places, and in some places it just like flakes off. It's so strange. It takes forever. And then all of the clothing pieces, like the shirt, the skirt, the shoes, the glasses, the hat, all of those are also flocked, which is fun. But again, these little things have different cracks and crevices and corners and loops. It makes it so difficult to get it out. So it's more of a critique on the whole line. I just chose Tiger Linda because one, her name is Tiger Linda. Nah. You couldn't pick a better name than Tiger Linda. Come on now. Awful. It's Tiger King's trans wife. I'm gonna headcanon it now. And yeah, she was just the worst design out of all of them. Like, this is lazy. When you look at this girl, genuinely, I would just keep the flocking on her. Like, I see no point in actually undoing this doll's outfit because it's just lazy. You have a white t-shirt with a tiger on it, an ugly skirt. The shoes are fine. The hat is fine. Actually, I would leave the flocking on the hat like I did with Peter because I think the flocking just adds to the experience for the hat. She's just boring. Boring. That's the most egregious thing about her. And the price point being $25 is a lot. Like, you do get, I guess, a lot of play out of it, but it's not very fun. Like, I'm going to be real. I don't think these did very well. And I can see why. Like, the unboxing experience, or not even unboxing, just the peeling experience was really poorly executed. Maybe if they had gotten a second wave, they could have fixed that. I don't see how, because, like, why would they change it? But yeah. And I mean, Na is kind of going away anyway, so. Whew. All right, that's enough about Tiger Linda. What's next? Stellar Girl. I think she is one of the worst OMG dolls ever made. Ever made. I don't know if I like a single piece she comes with. Actually, that's a lie. I do kind of like the, this, like, translucent jacket she has on and these, like, teal shorts. Those are nice. But everything else about her is bad. Like, the shoes are bad. Every clothing piece other than those two is bad. The hair is bad. Why did they use black rubber bands? I don't know. She is just a bad doll, which really sucks because she was the Sunshine Makeover equivalent of Splash Beauty, who I think is one of the best OMG dolls. So it's weird that the same deluxe multi-outfit dolls, the two of them, like, one is one of the best and the other is one of the worst. That's so weird. So yeah, I'm not a fan of her. I don't like any of this. I'm not really a fan of ruffles that, like, don't make sense where they are. Like, why are there ruffles down the side of her pants? I don't know. And none of her outfits are cohesive. That's another thing that bothers me. Nothing about her is cohesive. I feel like Splash Beauty was really, really cohesive. Like, all of the pieces sort of made sense together because they all fit her aesthetic, her color palette. And then with Stellar Girl, it's just, I don't know, everything seems sort of mismatched in an unflattering way. Yeah, I don't know. Not a fan. What's next? Oh, Skultimate Secrets, Wave 1, Frankie. I do not like this doll. I'm so sorry. I don't think they're terrible, but I do think they're probably the worst Frankie that G3 has put out, and I'll tell you why. Again, there's a lot about them I just don't enjoy. Like, the is it even Houndstooth coat? I don't know. I can't tell from this picture. Actually, let me zoom in. Is it Houndstooth? No, I think it's just a checked plaid. Okay. Yeah, I don't like the coat. I don't like the transparent lightning bolt boots. I hate the hat. I don't like the earrings. Yeah, I mean, the tops and the bottoms are good, But yeah, I'm not a fan of them. I'm not a fan of this like extreme pink lip on them. It makes more sense with the like the first t-shirt that says Zap. Like that's fine. But then when you take off every but then when you put on the second outfit, this lip makes no sense. And then of course polypropylene hair. You've heard it from me before, you'll hear it again after this, I promise. There is no excuse for polypropylene hair on a $30 doll. Period. Period. There is zero excuse for polypropylene hair when you have these colors in Saran. Just absolutely unacceptable. But I do enjoy the makeup, I will say that. Other than the lip, I'll say. If the outfit made more sense with the lip, I would like it because the lip and the eye have a very similar pink, if not the same. And if that pink was worked into the rest of the outfit, like it is with the first one, I'd like it more. But because almost all of the rest of their pieces don't have anything to do with that color, it is very jarring. Like it doesn't look like it belongs. Honestly, I think a silver lip or a blue lip would have worked a lot better. Or even just a more neutral pink. Okay. But like I said, they do have some good pieces. It's just and again, I don't really see any cohesion with these outfits. Like either of them, honestly. I don't see any cohesion. Okay, let's move on. What's next? Okay, the Holiday Love Edition 2-pack of Cleo and Deuce. This is not about Deuce. I actually like this Deuce. I think he's cute, although it does use the head. Although he does use the hair sculpt that I'm not a fan of. I prefer the swooped over snakes because these just look like worms coming out of his head. But I don't hate the outfit. The shoes are not great, but I don't hate the outfit. This is about Cleo. This Cleo is disrespectful. Like, I don't think she is the worst Cleo that they've put out, obviously, but we're going over dolls that were released this year. So I only really have like one Cleo to go off of. If we're talking about G1. Obviously, G3 put out a bunch of other Cleos, but this is just G1. This doll is so strange to me. There are pieces about her I enjoy, but my main issue is the dress is so cheap looking, even in the stock photos. That just looks so cheap. I'm not a fan of it. That's really all it is. It's the dress. Like, I think the shoes are good. I kind of like the blue, like, mummy wraps that she has, like, on her arm, her leg, and then, like, that sleeve. I think that's cool. I like the twin snake sort of corset piece. But the dress is just so cheap. That's really all it is. When I look at it, that looks like a fashionista dress. Like, come on. You can do better. And what was the retail price for this? I don't even remember. It was probably like $50-$60 or something. And you mean to tell me that this $30 doll comes with a low quality printed satin dress? I don't think so. I don't think so. And obviously Deuce has printed satin as well. It's just his doesn't look cheap. I don't know. And to be real, I think we have lower standards for boy dolls when it comes to outfits like this and printed fabrics. So I don't know. I'm not saying he's worth it either, but I don't think he's the worst. She is mostly the worst because of the price point that they're asking for her and the quality fabric that they chose for that price point. Like, come on. Okay. This is an easy choice. I'm going to be real. I know I said I wasn't going to populate the list, and I'm not. So I just chose what I thought was the worst. Oh my god, what is this line? Hold on. This is a Barbie color reveal line that came out this year, and I don't know what series they are. I just know that they're like swim sort of beach dolls. They are so ugly. Like, these faces are just, they are disrespectful to human beings. I don't know. And I know that most of the color reveal dolls and the low budget Barbies, like, they don't look great sometimes. But I just feel like the faces that were used for these sculpts just don't work. And they're just ugly. I'm so sorry. They're ugly. Like, I look at these and I'm like, that is an ugly ass doll. They just are. They are ugly. The outfits aren't, I mean, the skirts aren't terrible. But of course, we got the molded and painted on tops, which I imagine are like bathing suits underneath. And then molded on top hair, but then like a plug-in ponytail. So strange. I know that's part of their like gimmick, but ugly. It doesn't stop the dolls from being ugly. I actually think the only one that's not terribly ugly is this like peach colored one. But even then, like, it's not good. Yeah, that's going to be the only easy answer for this one. I just felt like they needed to be there because they were so egregiously bad. Okay, what's next? Okay. The Barbie the movie dolls. I am so disappointed in these. Not because they are ugly, because I actually enjoy almost all of the Barbie the movie dolls. My problem with them is that they are $50. Every doll you see on the screen right now is $50. Each of them is $50. That is absurd, especially when some of them are not any higher quality than the $25 dolls that were on the market. Because they put out 2 pairs of $25 dolls, the like perfect day basic outfit for Ken and Barbie, and then they put the rollerblading Barbie and Ken and the pink jumpsuit Barbie. Those were all $25. I have all of them. And then all of these, plus the rest of the line, were $50 plus. Some of them were more than that. Like, what? Are you serious? $50. $50 for printed on fabric in some cases. You mean to tell me Western Barbie, which was my favorite outfit from the movie, I actually wanted this Barbie so bad. I actually wanted this outfit in doll form so bad because she was so beautiful in it. And then they released pictures of her and everything is printed on. What? I mean, obviously not like everything, but some of the things that absolutely could have been done realistically and not printed on, like the lacing. Why the hell is the lacing on these pants not done? Why is it printed on? This is a $50 doll and you can't put little pieces of thread? What? Absolutely not. And then Mattel trying to justify it by saying, oh, well, they come with a stand. For $25 extra dollars? Absolutely not. No. This is fucked up. Like, I'm just gonna say it, it's fucked up. It is absolutely fucked up that these dolls were $50 plus. Not to mention, every single doll that was a person of color, which was only 3, mind you. Gloria, President Barbie, and Simu Liu's Ken. 3 in the whole line. There were only 3 dolls of people of color made. All $50. All of them. No, no budget conscious releases were made for the dolls of color. Are you fucking serious? None of them. Like, I don't get a doll of Gloria, a main character in the movie. I don't get a budget friendly doll of her. Are you kidding me? I get 3 of Barbie herself, which is fine. She's the main character. So obviously, or I'll say Margot Robbie's Barbie. We get 3 budget conscious releases of her. We get 2 budget conscious releases of Ken. We get nothing of Gloria, who is also a main character. What the fuck? Like, maybe I'd understand it for President Barbie, and maybe I'd understand it for Simu Liu's Ken. But for Gloria, are you serious? That is so not okay. Like, what? She's the whole reason this movie happens at all. Gloria is the reason for the storyline. And we don't get a budget-friendly doll of her. We only get 1 doll of her. It's disgusting. Like, it is actually disgusting that we didn't get budget-friendly dolls. Budget-friendly releases of these characters. And then, I'm trying to stop cursing so much because I'm trying to not be so mad. But it makes me so mad thinking about these dolls. And how badly I wanted them and how badly so many people wanted them. But them being $50... and almost all of them were only available online is unacceptable. Like, just the whole thing is unacceptable. And then Weird Barbie having a release at all? What? What? Why? The whole point of Weird Barbie is that you do it yourself. That's her whole thing. So why not put out, like, a set with her in it and, like, different clothes you can destroy and color on and, you know, a pair of, like, safety scissors so you could cut her hair and, like, give her different shoe options that you can play with. Like, why not release a set to make your own Weird Barbie? You just put out a Weird Barbie? I don't know. And it doesn't even look like Kate McKinnon? I don't know. That's weird to me. Also, the Gloria doll doesn't look anything like America Ferrera, but whatever. I mean, it looks like America Ferrera about as much as the Kens look like Ryan Gosling, so whatever. Okay, let's move on, because I got really heated with that one. It just makes me so mad. Like, I want that Western Barbie so bad, and knowing I won't get her, it tears me up inside. Ooh, okay. So if you watched my top 23 of 2023 video, you'll know that I chose Chucky, I think, as an honorable mention. I don't think I actually made her like a full thing, but I put Tiffany on the worst list. And it's because she is just so disappointing. As a Tiffany Valentine fan, as a fan of the Chucky movies, and especially as a fan of Pride and Seed of Chucky, this is like a disrespectful iteration of Tiffany as a doll. Like, it absolutely not. She would never wear something this cheap looking and ugly. Like, no. Like, the dress is already bad enough being like cheap printed on satin, but then to give her mesh stockings and turning them into like capri tights, absolutely not. Disrespectful. They could have made those full length for the price they asked for these dolls. These dolls were $90, so $45 a piece. You mean to tell me on a $45 doll you couldn't just give her full length mesh tights? Absolutely not. And then the makeup is whatever. The earrings are just boring, cheap. The jacket, like you the jacket is also disrespectful because obviously Tiffany has the iconic like leather biker jacket, and they cut it off into this little bolero top. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And it's so wild that like in a set that people were so excited about for Tiffany specifically, she is so much worse than Chucky. She is so much worse. It's wild. It's mm-hmm. But yeah, I love the shoes though. I've got to say, I will give props where props are due. Love the shoes. Shoes are great. Okay. Let's move on. The Darkness Descends, Mattel Creations exclusive Maleficent doll. I think this is the first collector doll that Mattel Creations did for Disney after they got their Disney license. Okay, this is a really cool doll. I like if we were separating it from the reason why I put her on this list, I actually think this is a really, really, really cool doll. I wanted this doll so bad when they first announced that she was coming and like the stock photos came out. The reason she's on this list is because she is $150. And I want you to really let that settle in. Usually I try to cut out the like silences between my words because I speak kind of slow sometimes. I want you to sit with that. $150. Where? Bitch, where? Absolutely not. $150? Go jump down a well. Like, absolutely not. I refuse to pay so much for a doll. I personally, this is just for me. I don't think any doll ever should be above $60. Literally ever. And that's across the board. Unless it's like a BJD or like a porcelain or silkstone or something. Like a material that is actually like difficult to deal with. No doll literally ever from any brand should ever be above $60. And this doll is $150. Absolutely not. I can see raw fabric and you expect me to pay $150. You can see the underside of the fabric that is just raw. You didn't even bother coloring it in the stock photo, and it's $150. I'm sorry to keep saying it, but I feel like it's necessary. What? Unacceptable. Unacceptable. It better come with this whole backdrop. It better come with multiple stands. It better come with multiple heads and arms and outfits and wings for $150. No, none of that. Now, I do think it is incredibly cool, all the detail that went into her horns, her cowl, is that what it's called? Like the thing around her neck, and her wings. I think that is exceptionally cool. You can definitely see that they used pleather on the bodice and the top of the skirt. That's so cool. And I actually don't mind the printed flame fabric. I think there probably wasn't a better way to do that anyway. So I don't mind that. It's that you can see the raw underside of the fabric even in these stock photos. That is ridiculous. Like, at least color it. Just color both sides of the fabric. You're asking $150 for this doll and you can't color fabric that's visible? Fuck you. Like, no. If you bought this doll, just know I don't judge you for that. Like, and that goes for all of this. I think I did something at the beginning. I've forgotten at this point. If you like these dolls, like, you are absolutely allowed, and I don't judge you for liking them. I don't judge you for buying them. It's just, for me, that's unacceptable, and you shouldn't have had to pay that price either. I want to be clear. Just because you paid the $150 if you bought this doll doesn't mean you should have had to. And I will stand by that. I think it's absurd. You need a refund. You need at least a partial refund, half refund. $150? Absolutely not. There's so many cool things about her, and I can see her shoes are like, they're a transparent or translucent green to match the flames, because obviously they're invoking that moment in the movie where she like appears in the green flames. But yeah, it's the price point. That's why she's on this list. I actually really wanted this doll until they announced it was going to be $150. I felt that way about the Alice doll too, because a fun fact about me, Alice in Wonderland is, like, the animated one, is, or was, a huge part of my childhood. I actually destroyed 2 separate VHSs because I watched it so much, because I loved it so much, and still do. And so I love anything Alice in Wonderland. And when they announced that Collector's Alice, I was actually really excited about her. I wanted her so bad. And then they announced she was $100, and she didn't even come with a wrist articulation. So I was like, no. No. Okay. Is this the last one? Oh, I think so. I only did 10 because I knew I was going to be talking for a while about each of them. Okay. And then this is our last one, which I guess is funny. This is one of the Off-White collector dolls that Monster High did. It's Off-White, right? I think that's the brand. This is their first doll that they released, Electra Melody. That's her name, right? Electra Melody, I think. What the fuck is this doll? Like, ew. I hate it. This is just a personal taste thing. The price point also comes into play, but I just want to talk about the doll herself right now. We'll talk about the price after. I think a lot of things about her are good separately, but not together. I think on a human person, this would look good. I think on this doll, it's ugly. The hair is interesting. I think it's a really cool hairstyle. Just I don't know if it meshes with the vibe of the outfit. For me, again, this is all my opinion. And then they use what I think is one of the ugliest head sculpts G1 Monster High had, which was Laguna. G1 Laguna lovers, love you, respect to you. This is not anything to disparage you. I think that sculpt is ugly. Like, I do not like that sculpt because they never do it justice. Like, the painting that they do for those dolls is so ugly. And this doll is no different. I don't like it. I really don't like it. And then, like, the dress isn't bad. The glove things aren't bad. The shoes are, I mean, they're cool, but they're just not my taste. I don't think they're bad. They're just not my taste. That's honestly a lot about this doll, is she's just not to my taste, and that's totally fine, you know? I know there are plenty of people who actually really enjoyed her, and that's totally cool. However, this doll was also $150. $150. And again, I say, bitch, where? Where exactly did the $150 go? Unacceptable. I don't care that this is a high-end brand collab. $150? Oh! And another thing. This has nothing to do with the dolls themselves. This has to do with Mattel as a company. People got these dolls for free. Some influencers got these dolls for free. These $150 dolls for free. I'm not saying it is bad for doll creators, doll content creators, doll influencers, whatever you want to call them. I'm not saying it's bad for them to get PR. Absolutely not. Okay, don't misinterpret what I'm saying as that. I think it's perfectly fine because they work so fucking hard to get their content out. And I know I know what I put into my channel, and I can tell how much work and love and care some of them put into theirs, and how hard they work for so long to be able to get to the point where they get PR. But I think it is absolutely unacceptable for anyone to get stuff like this for free. I don't think it's acceptable for them to get these extremely high dollar dolls for free. I am happy for them because that means they don't have to pay for it, obviously, because this is an unacceptable price point. However, it also skews your bias because you got it for free. You didn't have to pay the $150. So, of course, you're only going to talk about the good parts. I watched a few unboxings of people that got them for free, and I was like, are you not going to mention the extremely absurd price point that they asked for these? $150 a doll? That's $600 for all of them, not including tax and shipping. What? Yeah, I don't mind them getting like new, like regular release dolls for free. That actually doesn't bother me at all. What bothers me is, like, this is a luxury doll. There are collector dolls that are being sent out for free, and that doesn't sit right with me. Like, you should have to fight for them like the rest of us. I mean, I would never fight for this doll, but, you know, that just, it rubs me the wrong way. Okay, and is that the last one? Hold on. Yep. I think that is the last one. All right. Well, yeah, that was sort of my rambly thoughts about the worst dolls of 2023. I only picked 10 because it felt like I'm gonna be real, I'm not that hard to please when it comes to dolls. I'm happy with most dolls that get put out on the market. And if I'm not, I don't really pay attention to them. So these were just ones that I paid attention to over the last year that I knew about, that were on my radar, and I did want to talk about at some point. I mean, honestly, I probably brought up some of them at least some point in the last year. Yeah, those are my worst of 2023 for varying reasons, whether they were ugly or not my taste or a price point that is absurd. Like, I shouldn't be able to feed feed my whole family for the price of a doll. Does that make sense? Like, okay, there's 5 people in my house, and like $150 that could feed us at a restaurant. Like, what do you mean that this doll is $150? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. Okay, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I know it was pretty negative, but I also, I have a lot of negative opinions about some dolls. And I try not to take easy, cheap shots, except for that one color reveal line, just because I thought that one was so ugly. Also, for the record, I actually don't hate most of the color reveal dolls. Like, some of them are really pretty, especially the ones that have been coming out recently. Like, that raincoat line. Those dolls are actually really cute, and I think those are articulated at some, I think they maybe have elbow articulation. I don't know. There's also, a juice pop reveal. Those are adorable, and I know those are articulated because I remember thinking, oh my god, those have knees and elbows. So anyway, and even the cutie reveal ones, there's some ugly ass ones, but there's some cute ones too. I'm not saying all of the budget release Barbies are bad, just those were egregiously bad. But yeah, please comment, subscribe, let me know down below what you thought of this video. I'm interested to see what everyone else's opinions are on them, because I feel like I don't have that unpopular of an opinion on a lot of them. I know I've definitely seen what I've said in this video said by other people doing these videos, or just, throughout the year, people talking about them as they were being released. So yeah, let me know down below what you think. I put out new videos every Monday and Friday for the most part, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.